putting patterns into your illustrations. Okay, so this is when we are going to pull it all together and add your patterns into your fashion illustrations. Now, if you are a whiz at drawing on Photoshop and you have a tablet or you're working in Procreate, you are welcome to do your illustrations in the software. However, if you also like to draw, this is a real good opportunity to take in your drawings and put them into Photoshop. So take a really good quality photograph of the image, the illustration, and then just select the areas that you want to fill with patterns. And you can see in this one, I have chosen to fill the pattern on the scarf on my fashion illustration. And then it's just, go to town with putting in your various fills, right? So you can just click on your pattern layer and then duplicate layer. And Photoshop is just going to give you a new layer every time. You can double click the pattern on that layer. And then from the slider, you can select the pattern that you want to put in from the ones that you have created. And you can also scale it up or down. Make sure that you have it selected. There we go. And it will adjust it on your image, which is pretty cool. And again, as many as you want to do, you just have to click on the pattern layer and create a new one. Duplicate layer. Okay, and it's going to pop up another one. You could double click that fill, pull down from your menu, and then you have your incredible selection of patterns that you have created. Make sure that visibility is off, and then you can, if you've got things above it, again, it's like the stack of pancakes. You might look like you're not doing anything, but it's because something else is on top. And then double click it, and you've got that nice slider to scale down the pattern. And this is when Photoshop gets to be a lot of fun, because you can very quickly put in multiple new layers, multiple new fills, and they can all be really painterly and really creative. It doesn't all have to be super hard-edged and digital. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing wrong with having fashion illustrations that are really beautiful and organic as well. I like to paint, and then I like to scan it or photograph it, and then I like to play around with it in Photoshop. So the final key to our puzzle with pattern making and repeat pattern design is applying it to parts of your document, right? So you can do skirts, you can do jackets, you can do any part of your illustration in repeat patterns that you have created. And that is the beauty of Photoshop, because once you set it up, it is really quick to change out the patterns that you are putting in. What else do I have that I could put in here very quickly? I don't even remember what I have in my library of repeats. Oh, there we go. Because everybody wants sweet tarts for their repeating pattern. I know I do. There we go. Okay. So that is putting the patterns to use in your illustrations in Photoshop.